Hey Guru Nation, how's it going? Thank you so much for watching. Please, before anything else, please, thank you so much. All right. Your support means a lot to me. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Please, if you don't know what to comment, it's okay. Happens to the best of us. Just put a robot emoji, or better yet, any emoji that kind of describes your situation best. So, today I got a question. Hopefully, you can't see it. Got my other screen up. I got a question from somebody who's in charge of hiring for a established company in the pharma and biotech sector. They are a vendor without getting into too many details. So they collect biological samples on behalf of sponsors. There's a lot of vendors. Remember I talked about the four main companies, main type of organizations in this industry. There's the sites, the CROs, the sponsors, and the vendors. This one's in between a sponsor and a vendor, kind of blurring the lines a little bit. So I'm not going to get into who they are, but they collect samples on behalf of sponsors. They also act as a CRO for some of the custom collections that they do on behalf of sponsors. So they focus on a particular therapeutic indication and also oncology. And they are trying to grow their company and their business. So what they want to do, they'd like to reach a dozen more sites next year in 2022, a dozen more sites to manage their biological collections, get their samples from. So here's what they think, and this is from the person in charge of hiring, right? And they're trying to figure out how to go about this the right way. So they set it up as need to have and nice to have. So here's what they put as their need to have. In our mind, the ideal candidate would be somebody with the following: experience as a CRA with oncology sample collection from international sites is a plus, awareness of preclinical oncology research trends. And this is more like a partner. So they're going to be managing the sites. So remember, this is not the sites like we think of sites as investigators doing studies. This is more sites where the samples are coming from. So they're trying to get, and they are doing research, but it's not the kind of research that we're accustomed to. All right, they're biological sample collections. So they think they need a CRA. I think they need CRCs at these sites, but call them whatever you want. This is why I'm telling you guys, job titles don't matter, job descriptions do. So the nice to have for this company is lab experience with sample processing, experience overseeing collection of fresh and frozen tissue, ability to experience in writing protocols. And for example, case report forms, informed consent forms, and actual protocols, and GCP certified, which is everybody. So I don't think they need a CRA. I actually think they need a CRC, and they need CRC at their dozen sites or 2 dozen sites that they plan to have relationships with by the end of 2022. You can have one person overseeing maybe a region of them. And in that sense, they are going to be like a CRA because they're basically traveling back and forth from the sites, making sure that they're collecting the samples properly. So in a way, it's like a CRA, and in a way, it's like a CRC because they're going to be managing the sites on a daily basis. So ideally, they're actually going to need both, unless they can identify somebody at the site, at each site, who's going to act as a CRC, and then have one CRA kind of travel around If it's 24 sites, you could probably do 1 or 2 CRAs. Now, ability and experience in writing protocols and CRFs, that's a nice to have. It's not a need to have because most CRAs do not have experience writing protocols. Most coordinators don't have experience writing protocols. If they're simple protocols, like, hey, this is how you collect samples, this is how you store them, you're talking more about SOP, standard operating procedures, which in that case, it's not that difficult to teach somebody. In that case, what you want is a former site director. So just thinking out loud here to help you out, I think the person that you want is a former site director or a current site director at a site, preferably in oncology and the other indication that you guys are in, one of those two, or maybe hire two. Hire somebody in oncology that's a site director, and hire someone in the other therapeutic indication that's a site director. Then, because site directors know how to train their sites, they know how to train their staff, they know how to make SOPs, they know how to do all this stuff. But the benefit of the site director is maybe they're tired of being a site director and they want the title of a CRA. You can give them the title because in essence, they are going to be traveling from site to site, ensuring compliance. So in that sense, they are a CRA. So what you really want is a CRC site director CRA. And I think the person that you want is a site director. And then at each site internally, you want a coordinator that's going to be working with that regional CRA/site director. There's a lot of movement going on in this industry right now. A lot of site directors, first of all, a lot of coordinators want to become site directors. A lot of site directors want to either become site owners, consultants, or CRAs. And a lot of CRAs would jump at the opportunity to do something like this. So there is a job pool out there for you, but that's the kind of person you want. And that's what I see. And this is why I tell you guys, Guru Nation, look, this is somebody willing to hire, probably pay really good money for a couple of generalists. They want generalists at the end of the day. So hopefully this is enough inspiration, not only help for the person asking me this question, good luck finding candidate. I think the way to go is site director. And then at each site level, get a coordinator, that's the easier part. The harder part's finding the 1 or 2 site directors. And then for you guys watching, this is why it's important to be a generalist. Good luck to everybody. Just wanted to post this. It's late. I got an early morning. I got to do more videos coming. Thank you so much, Guru Nation. Take care.